Over the next few videos, we're going to be introducing you to the material editor and working with materials inside of 3ds Max.
That's right.
Now, the material editor itself is worthy of its own class, really. We could teach hours and hours and hours of material just covering the material editor, its functionality, and how to make varieties of materials.
Right. It is a very thorough tool in Max, to say the least.
That's right. It's very deep, has many different options, many different settings. We're not going to be going over each and every single one of those. Actually, to finish off what you need to know for Project 1, actually probably even Projects 2 and 3, you really only need to know a very small portion of the material editor.
Right.
We want to give you something a little more in-depth, though, than just the basics, which is pretty much par for the course here. So that's what we're going to be doing over the next few videos. Now, before we really get started into that, a couple of things you need to know first off. One, how to bring up the material editor. Of course, up here in the toolbar, you may have already seen the material editor button. You can click that.
Yep.
Or you can press the M key.
M for material.
M for material, so there you go.
Nice and logical.
Yeah, another quick thing, though, is what is a material? I want to make sure that I have that out of the way before we really get started. A material is more or less a paint job for your object.
Right.
But it's going to handle a lot more than just color. I mean, a lot of times when you're thinking about, I'm going to paint my house, or I'm going to paint my living room.
Right, you think red, blue,
That's right.
green.
The only thing that comes to mind is the color of your object. But a material actually holds a lot more information than just color. It controls specularity, or how light will play off the surface, whether it looks very plasticky, very metallic.
The shininess.
Exactly, the shininess of it. It'll control things like bump map, whether it looks like it has a true three-dimensional tactile surface across it, like, an alligator skin has those little ridges in it and whatnot. You can create effects very similar to that using bump maps. Now, notice what I said right there. I said the word map. That's right. Now, that's something else that we'll be working with quite a bit, starting in this project and then continuing on more in depth later on in future projects, and that is the theory of maps and materials.
Right.
Now, a material, as I said, is your final paint job. That is what actually gets applied to a piece of geometry in your scene. A map is a component of a material.
Sure.
You could almost, if you really wanted to visualize it this way, think of a map as a child of a material. Where,
sure.
If it were a hierarchy, the material would be the parent and the map would be the child, which is a situation we will run into a little bit later.
Sure, and you could have multiple maps or multiple children for that one material.
That's right. Now, a map is more or less going to be an image, either created by you physically or by the computer.
Right, a two-dimensional image.
That's right, using a procedural system. Now, there are a lot of different maps available inside of 3ds Max and a lot of different materials. All I want you to keep in mind right now, for the time being, is that a map is going to be a component of a final material.
Right.
Now, if you're confused, think about it this way. If I go into Photoshop and I paint this really cool texture, it looks like alligator skin with circuit boards, and it's got glowing streaks running through it like Tron or something.
Yeah.
And I want to put that on an object. That image that I've created is going to be a map, which will be a component of a final material.
Sure.
So just think about it in that way and keep in mind the difference between maps and materials, because as you can see inside the material editor already, there's an entire rollout dedicated to maps. If you take a look at my cursor, I can even expand that real quick, and there's a lot of different maps that we have access to.
Yeah, a lot of different slots where you can stick maps into.
That's right, and we'll be talking more about doing that and some of the different ways that you can apply maps and control them as we progress through the next few videos. So sit down, get comfy. We have a lot of things to talk about. Again, I won't be going super into depth about things that won't really help you right now, but I will give you an overview, pretty much what you can expect from each aspect of the material editor.
Cool.
So with that, I guess let's get started.
Sounds great.